gentlemen, how are you? Good, you don't sound good. So I'll ask you again. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, how are you? No, sorry, really? No, we'll try one more time, just like that. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, how are you? Okay, we can start. My name is Sarah Holmes, for those of you who have not met me yet. Lucky you get to meet me for the first time this evening. My voice is a bit funny because we've been very, very busy the past few nights. We had a concert last night, we had a performance assembly yesterday with orchestra, and we had 3 performance assemblies today with the band, so it's been a very busy day. But I have a lot to say, always have a lot to say. Our very first group this evening is our beginner band. It's a really big decision to learn to play an instrument, and I think they come in bright-eyed, bushy-tailed and think it would be really easy. And then after a week, they soon realise it's actually not easy at all. So maybe you can nod at me and be like, oh yeah, we've had that conversation with our child, who after a week was like, why can't I play the saxophone yet? And I can remember as a 12-year-old having the same problem and being disappointed that it wasn't as easy. And I know as an adult picking up different instruments and realising that's also not easy, it's even harder. I picked up the bagpipes, that was a long. It lasted about a month. I realised how hard it actually is and how it's very much like the clarinet, but not quite. The fingering's ever so slightly different just to mess with your brain. So I very quickly gave that up, but maybe one day I'll go back to it. But I do think that this group behind me have displayed the most incredible resilience because this has been a very strange start to the year. Now, as you know, when we started school, we were still in red, we weren't allowed to play in person. And we weren't allowed to play wind instruments indoors. So we went outside. Did you hear about that? So we were learning our wind instruments in the International House carport, which was great, until that one day. Do you remember that one day? And I can't remember which group it was, but they were emptying the portaloo. Do you remember that day? Who was it? That was not a good day. Every other time was fine. And they displayed amazing resilience because to learn an instrument outdoors and realise you're joining a beginner band, but actually there's only a handful of other students that can go at any one time, and they all have to sit quite far apart outside and be masked when they're not playing, was a really strange start for them. And then in turn 2, we were finally given the all clear to come inside together, and that has been the most magical and exhausting thing I can think of. But here we are tonight. Usually we would have them together for about 18 rehearsals before we would let your ears hear them. But we decided that why wait? Because this is where they are right now, and where they are is pretty spectacular, I reckon. And I'm super proud of them, and I'm really pleased that you're here and you get to hear them in person this evening, because I know that you would have heard an awful lot of We Will Rock You by themselves, and you're probably a bit bored of it now. Don't worry, next term they get some Christmas music. Get excited about that one, yeah? I'm not joking. You think I'm joking? I'm not joking. So first on the agenda this evening, we have got some extra imposters, but we are really grateful to have extra imposters in the beginner band this evening. We've got 2 bass keyboardists, because our 2 bass keyboardists are both unwell. So we've got some stand-ins from concert band. We've got Cindy and we've also got Sunny. Thank you, Cindy and Sunny. Thank you so much for being here and doing this for us this evening. And on the drums for this first piece only, we've got Dylan standing in. And we were also missing around 13 students overall this evening. So you're going to get to see some teachers do some playing. They're very excited. They can't wait. And me too. I'm quite excited. And so our first piece of music is called Let's Rock. Thank you to Dylan for standing in for us with Let's Rock. Did you hear that one at home? You could hear the part your child was played over and over again, hopefully, because of course they do so much practice. I know what happens. But they probably do practice the next one, because when you give them a piece of music they really like, they play that a lot. So you might have heard Star Wars quite a lot, probably, especially if they're a trumpet player. Your neighbours have probably heard them too. Star Wars. It's exciting. We don't have to stop then. So this group has only rehearsed in person 8 times together. So they've done some outside and then 8. And if you can imagine what the first one sounded like, I can let you guess. Play whatever you like. Play whatever you like. Right now, play me whatever you want. Go, and go. Yeah, it was a little bit like that, but worse. Our final piece with the beginner band this evening is called Power Rock. You've probably heard it an awful lot. And we are hoping that you will enjoy it even more now that you can hear all of the other parts as well. Ready? One, two, three, four. 21 usually fabulous musicians, very exciting. And with that, I feel really bad now. Did you notice some giants in front? We've also got trombonists. I mean, pretty sure he's almost right. Sorry. We have these trombonists, giant ones in the front row. They're also joining us from concert band because we only have 2 trombones this year, which is a very, very small number when it's a very important part. So thank you guys. Also, I feel bad I forgot. I'm so used to seeing you because you're in every group we do that I forgot to introduce you as well. Thank you guys because you are awesome and I'm so proud and it's fun. It's quite fun. Now the carnage begins because now you get to see what happens when we have to change groups. And we haven't practiced this bit, so now's our practice. Enjoy that. Maybe don't watch. We're going to switch now. We're going to introduce the jazz band and pop in. And we've got some wonderful teachers who are going to step in as well. Talk amongst yourselves and I'll let you know when we are ready.